Today I just wanted to show my Fauna Gachikoi run, which I did on stage 3 hard. So let's just get into it. Normally I'll upgrade my main weapon first for a few levels and then focus on 1 or 2 weapons. This is just because most of the time your main weapon can carry really well into the early game, especially on Fauna. And the box gave us a free upgrade too, which is very good, so I didn't have to waste a level. So I pick up Spider Cooking here, because honestly, I didn't really like it before, but the DOT damage I found was really great and just play more aggro, and Norse Horns is pretty obvious for more healing. We also get an attack size stamp, so very nice. And here we pick up Holo Bomb, and I've actually been liking this item a little bit more, especially at the higher upgrade since it's super spammable. So this run did have a little bit of weird RNG. I sat on Nurse Horns for a good portion of the game, just Nurse Horns, because I didn't really like most of the item options I got from upgrades, honestly. What you'll see a lot is I'll just pop the tree and stand on top of the boss so the leaves can do as much damage as possible, and if it's not dead by the time it ends, then just walk away and hope the leaves hit as much as you farm XP. It's probably not even necessary to upgrade my skills since they're pretty decent at base, and weapon upgrades are way more impactful in my opinion. Here, I just use the tree for wave clear. And at this point, enemies are still dying slower than I thought they would. Saplings and Nurse Horns can let you face tank everything, but damage is really the only thing that's lagging now. So at 4 minutes here, I did get punished a little for using the tree earlier. Now I don't have it for the boss and I have to wait for a little bit. It's probably fine though since I have some knockback, and G-Ranks make you super fast, so the stun stamp was also pretty clutch. Tier is actually another favorite of mine because of its collabs, and the upgrades you can get let it do quite a lot of DPS actually. You can see I just didn't get many items yet because I don't know what's up with my RNG. But I mean, there aren't really that many I want to pick up anyways, so just focus on weapon upgrades, and I'm just ignoring most of them. Really, I think my goal here was just to work up to a good collab. Enchanted Asakoko here is a pretty obvious choice, just for me. I didn't have a collab I was going for specifically this run also. All of these weapons are pretty good by themselves, and something you may even find in your own runs, that it's kind of hard to make decisions on whether you want to make the collab, since the weapons are just really good at base. We got Weaken Stamp. I mean, it's a bonus considering the items we have since they can consistently apply it. I do really like this stamp. At this point, I kind of just want a collab, but I go for Throwable Asakoko, which may not be the best, but it frees up a slot for tier collabs, which I do like. So something I don't actually like about items are debuff items, and some of them just aren't really worth it in my opinion, even if you can get Kusagagi Shackles. Getting idle costume and headphones just mean I have even more survivability. I'm basically unkillable at this point unless I do something like extremely stupid. Our tree is also just more spammable. I mean, just run in circles at this point to group everyone in the center. I also forgot to mention the Bat Stamp, which is just even more healing, so I guess I really am just unkillable this game. So 9-minute collab is not the worst, I think. In the early game, I definitely could have just upgraded my weapons, 1 or 2 of them, to max level before obtaining more. It does feel like I'm a little under level now because of the slow kill time in the early game. Really lucky from these boxes giving 3 items, so I guess it kinda makes up for that. So here it's time for 10-minute bosses, which are actually pretty tanky, and I do have to be a little careful so I don't take too much damage and die from like a straight hit, so just kite as much as possible to whittle them down. Any super item is good here, but like the credit card especially just allows us to cheat some upgrades since we are kind of behind. Broken Dreams is one of the tier items I really like. It just applies even more on hits, so more defense and attack down from the stamps and also the healing from the bat stamp. I really don't like Psycho Axe collabs, honestly, which is why I don't go for them. I just think it's better to use it as a base weapon. But later on I do get lava buckets, so I decided to just get Mid-Comet for fun. So enemies are dying a little faster now. I am looking for Idol Song collabs, which preferably I would do with Glow Stick, but I can't find it right now, so Devil Hat is a pretty decent option since we're spamming a bunch of ranged attacks. The other collab would be Bardiche, but I really don't like that weapon, and it just feels really weird to use. I wouldn't recommend it. So yeah, Mid-Comet would also pair well with other on-hit effects now that I think about it, and the Devil Hat since it'll damage outside the range. We also got Glow Sticks, so we can get Idol Concert, which is probably my favorite collab and one of what I think is the coolest collabs. And later on we can also get Idol Live with the Idol costume. But you have to just know that the Idol Live will reduce the buff from Idol costume. It doesn't give you as much of a cooldown reduction. I'm really not afraid of dying now, to be honest. It's pretty brain dead from here on out with all the healing and AoE damage. And we still have Tree just in case. There's still one more item slot that we can get, which, to be honest, can just be anything, since by this point I was pretty confident that I was gonna win the run. So we get Idol Concert here, and after Idol Live. So actually we have 2 extra item slots and another weapon slot, which again can really be whatever, but I chose Focus Shades since I think these are mostly ranged attacks we're doing, so it's just a little more damage. Like, geez, even with attack opacity all the way down, it's still kind of hard to see with everything happening. So 18 minutes is the last boss before the final bosses. Whenever we use Tree now, we also get the stat steroid because of idle lives, so just even more burst damage on bosses or waves. This last wave was actually almost bad because I wasn't dodging correctly and paying attention. I took like way more damage than needed, but I mean, I guess my healing's OP, so it's fine. And the final bosses, we kind of just run around. They can't one-shot us. So as long as I'm just kiting, all the items will actually just whittle them down until they're gone. They actually all just get decimated. I didn't even know how many there were, but we beat it in around a minute. And with those last bosses killed, that was the Fauna Gachikoi run. And if you enjoyed this gameplay, like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. I've got more videos planned on the way that you really don't want to miss. I'll probably do this for all my Gachikoi runs or just runs I think were fun. Sadly, I don't have the Kronii run I did because I forgot to record it. With that said, I'm Rico, and I'll see you in the next one.